Here with all the tips is the author of I Love Mondays, Said No One Ever, Jess Stuart. G'day Jess, good morning.
Hey Duncan, how you going?
Really good. So 15% of workers are happy, the rest of them 85% unhappy. Let's focus on the 85. How do we bring them up? How do we get them up?
There's no sort of hard and fast rule, but sometimes we're looking in the wrong places. So a lot of us fall into the jobs that we do rather than figuring out what would suit us best. So a lot of it's about figuring out who we are first, so that then we can find work that aligns with our strengths, our skills, our values, and what we want to do in the world.
It's so true though. And sort of mould yourself if you can. So if you know what you want to do. I was really lucky. I knew really early, 12, 13 years old, I wanted to do something, journalism or something like that, tell stories or whatever. But so many people don't know what they want to do, end up in something, and they're in there for the rest of their life unhappy.
Yeah, that's right. You're so right. Quite often we're not all as lucky to know what we want to do, particularly from a young age, and it takes sometimes a lot of experimenting. So we might find jobs that we don't enjoy that actually help us decide what we do enjoy. And that's one of the things I advise. If we're in jobs we don't enjoy, then we can get an insight into what is it we don't like, so that we can avoid that in the future and learn about what we do like and what is more suited to us.
But is a happy worker necessarily a productive worker?
Yeah, definitely. I think the happier we are, the more effective we are, and that's why this isn't good just for individuals, but for our employers as well. Work is such a massive part of our life. We know that if we're unhappy at work, that filters into our health, our mood, ultimately our relationships as well. So it makes sense if we're happier in what we do, because work is such a massive part of our life. We spend a lot of time there, that's going to filter through into every area of our life and make us more effective and more productive.
And making mates at work and having a laugh at work, is that okay?
I think it's a massive part of it. It's as much about what we do in terms of our duties and if that aligns to our strengths, as it is who we do it with. So if we're with a team that aligns to our values, if we get on with our boss, the culture of the company we work in, that has a massive impact on our happiness at work, as I'm sure you three all experience.
Yeah, go and do some crap jobs and realise how lucky you are. Often you hear people, even around here, say, oh, this job, whatever. You know what? Go and see what some people really have to do in the struggle, and then you might start to appreciate what you actually have.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Duncan, because sometimes we do think the grass is greener, and if we've been in our business a long time, we sometimes lose touch around what the rest of the world is doing, and sometimes we are more lucky than we thought. And a really good way of finding that out is just to do some research and some almost experimenting, because you can do that without leaving where you are, looking around to see what else you might like to do, because sometimes there is an element of the grass might be greener, and it isn't always.
What about the correlation between actually being good at what you do and enjoying it?
If we're good at something, we're more likely to enjoy it, because it's easier to do things we're good at. It doesn't take as long, and it's therefore more enjoyable for us. But having said that, there is no perfect job. Even if we have what we think is our dream job, I know for me, I thought I'd found my dream job and then I had to do my taxes. There's always things we don't enjoy doing. But it's more palatable when you are with people you enjoy working with and you're doing something that fits with your skill set.
Jess, we appreciate your time on the programme this morning. Author Jess Stuart, good morning.